Hello, everyone. I've been playing pretty well in duels this week. I've won 4 out of the 6 games that I've played. I think I'm feeling all right in Master 2 this week, feeling a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to play a few more games today. Hope to grab a few more wins, maybe move up in the rankings a little bit, but let's get into it. Okay, we got a good looking player here. Way for good luck. On a 2-game win streak. Appears to be Portuguese, and it appears that I'm in the southern hemisphere. Make sure that. Yeah, that looks Portuguese to me at least. I'm going to go in a bigger city here in Brazil. Maybe down here near Rio. The other player kind of does the same. A little bit north. A little bit of damage. Okay, middle of nowhere. Sun is north-northwest. I don't know where we find ourselves in an environment like this. I'm just going to plonk it here in Indonesia and hope for the best on this one. The other player does exactly the same, and it was Indonesia, interestingly enough, doing some damage to me. So what do do? Okay, so we are apparently in Brazil. Very green. So perhaps maybe out in the western part, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to plonk it here, kind of like right in the middle. Okay, it was in the northern part there. Going to do some damage to me again. Okay, it looks like we're out here in the Middle East. Hints of a truck here. Is this potentially Oman? Maybe like down here. I know there's no truck, but I'm not sure if this would be like Jordan or Israel. Other player goes in the UAE, and it was the UAE. Okay, so it was kind of close, but doing some damage to me. Okay, that is a Turkish flag. And by golly, I don't know where to go. I'm going to plonk it right in the middle. The other player kind of does the same. It was much further west that time. I'm going to do some damage to me. The multipliers are on now. I have yet to do damage to this player. This looks probably like the Alps. Kind of low to the ground. Maybe Switzerland. The low cam. I feel like that might be all right. Another player also goes in Switzerland, and I was slightly closer. Finally able to do a little bit of damage to this player. Looks like an Australian bollard. Yeah, I would think this is Australia. I'm not very good at region guessing in Australia. I'm going to go down here. The player does exactly the same, and it was actually closer to Brisbane that time. Okay, we got a Southeast Asia round here. is in the southern part of the sky. You know, I can't tell if this is like Thailand, Indonesia. I'm kind of feeling Philippines. I'm gonna go to the Philippines here, see if that plays out. The other player goes in Indonesia, and it was the Philippines. So very good hunch. That's enough damage to knock this player out of the game. So kind of got lucky on that guess there, going in the Philippines. Able to get the victory there, extending my win streak on to 2 games and slightly moving up in the rankings. Very good. That was a good player that I just faced off with. They were a higher rating than me. I'm going to go ahead and get into another game here. 2 game win streak. Let's see if I can extend it to 3. Okay, we got another good looking player here. We're going to wait for good luck. So Canada. With Canada or the U.S. Norris Lake Cemetery. Be up here in Sask. And the sun appears to be more. Bollards are kind of freaking me out. Yeah, it's definitely south, I think. North would be, yeah, kind of more that direction. I'm gonna go over here in Sask and plonk it. Actually, yeah, there's yellow road lines. I feel like this has to be North America. Other player also goes to northern Canada, and it was closer to Winnipeg, Manitoba there, so I'm able to do some damage. These road lines here like that. I think this ought to be the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. This one was in the south. Very flat. Should be an alright guess. The play goes in Belgium, and it was in the Netherlands. I was slightly closer. Interesting looking landscape. Sun appears to be in the south. Appears as though we're driving on the left. Very wide road. Can't quite say I've ever seen something like this before. Even these down here, I don't know what that is. I guess I gotta go like Thailand. We'll see what happens. The player goes in Malaysia. Okay, and it was Thailand. Good guess on my end there. Doing some damage. Okay, we got another Southeast Asia round. Sun appears to be in the south again. Go to the Philippines. Oh, actually, what is this pole? I was going to say, that pole kind of looks Mexican, but this doesn't look like any other thing in Mexico I've ever seen. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go for the Philippines here. The player goes in Indo, and it was the north of the Philippines, doing a ton of damage. Okay, very flat. Oh, okay, we got these French bollards here. This ought to be France. I'm just going to go smack dab in the center of the country here. Other player does the same. Okay, it was more south. It's able to do some damage. This is the Netherlands again. I would expect this to be... I'm going to go kind of smack dab in the middle again. The player also goes Netherlands. I think it was slightly closer. I mean, that's going to do a little bit of damage. Here's where the game gets interesting. Super flat. I see these A-frames. Go maybe up here. Other player goes in Lithuania, and it was Estonia. Okay, that would have been a great guess. Doing some damage to me for the first time. Okay, this is Turkish. Definitely part of the Turkish flag. Certainly, yeah, there's the... Never seen that before. Guess I just got to go like in the middle and like hope for the best here. I don't want to region guess it. I would expect the other player to also get Turkey here. Let's see who's closer. I don't think anybody was. Me slightly. Into the 9th round here. We are in France again. A little bit hillier off in the distance. Kind of going to go this way. The player goes further south, and it was further south. Okay, it's going to do some damage to me. Wise old man, I love that. Shout out to RuneScape. Okay, where are we now? Sun is in the south. Huge rock quarry. Kind of low. This potentially could be like an Austrian bollard from the back. I'm going to go in the Austrian Alps. Yeah, let's send it. Let's hope for the best. Other player, well, goes exactly in the same spot. I think I'm slightly closer. That's not enough to knock this player out. They are hanging on by an absolute thread. Still anybody's game. I mean, one mistake on my part, and I'm done. Hope that does not happen. The sun appears to be coming more from the north, I would say. I gotta go like South Africa. Maybe in like Lesotho. This is dangerous. The other player does pretty much the same. Oh, wow, it was Ecuador. Not enough points to knock it off, but very bad guess on either end. Okay, we are driving on the left. I think it's Indonesia. Could be Malaysia. Cross? Interesting. Not sure. I'm just going to go Malaysia here. The other player goes in Indonesia. I think it was part of Malaysia. This is a long battle here, going into the 13th round. Okay. This is probably Colombia. I think it is Colombia. I'm going to go like in the northern part up here. Send it. The other player goes in the same spot. It's closer to Barranquilla. Players are really good. I mean, they're going exactly in the same spot I am. I can't knock them out. Okay, let's see here. Can't see that sign. Do see these thicker poles. Kind of leads me to believe I'm in like Bulgaria, maybe. I'm gonna go in Bulgaria. Other player also goes in Bulgaria, and I was much closer. Finally, jeez, that was a great player. Wise old man. Good game for sure. Wise Old Man from Old School RuneScape was a formidable opponent. I love the outfit. That is absolutely awesome. Was able to come away with a victory and extend my win streak on to 3 games. I normally I would do another game here, but I think after that one, it took longer than I had hoped. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to shut it down now, and I will be back tomorrow with more duels.